Southern Indiana's news source is Indiana 9 News.
Good evening and welcome to Indiana 9 News. I'm Michelle Arnold. For the first time in what seems like an eternity, the Ohio River has started to go down. First this evening, spring came. It teased us a little bit, and then it went away as quick as it came. Thousands of workers gathered in what's being called the biggest rally at our state capitol in 15 years. In other news, Super Bowl 45 was, as billed, a thriller, with the Packers edging the Steelers 31-25. But before the game, some fans weren't so thrilled when they found out they didn't have the seats they paid for. Floodwaters continue to threaten cities across the Hoosier State, and tonight one Indiana Animal Rescue Center says they were lucky to have survived. Good evening and welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Michelle Arnold. Well, Louisiana says goodbye to one of their own. It's tonight's big story. Police say an attempted murder-suicide went wrong, and now a husband is behind bars charged with killing his wife. Groupon taking steps to keep its customers happy, and that means taking a stand against Donald Trump. First tonight, we have some new information about the Rubbertown explosion in Louisville. Indiana State Police say they are seeing more mobile meth labs. And as Stephanie Stang reports, it's because the ingredients to make the drug are ordinary items found at home. Indiana Governor Mitch Daniels is considered a possible candidate in the 2012 run for the White House. But whether he'll run or not may be up to Mrs. Daniels. Welcome to ABC 32 News at 10. And tonight's top story, it's an issue that divides, and some say it's the only way to get our state out of the red. With proration and almost certainty here in Alabama, some wonder, is it the only way to balance the budget? President Obama will meet with congressional leaders from both sides of the aisle tomorrow to find a way to avoid a government shutdown. Well, Cal Dennis is with me now. You know, those two stories kind of go together. The biggest craze last year at the Kentucky State Fair was the Krispy Kreme hamburger. It was a Krispy Kreme donut with a cheeseburger in the middle of it.
I could do without the burger, but I'll take the donut.
Isn't that crazy, though?
Yeah.
We're going to try it this year. Trace amounts of radioactive material from Japan's crippled nuclear plant have shown up on the West Coast. But a CNN medical expert says the more than 5,000-mile journey it took to get here makes the levels too low to be harmful. A Floyd County family is grieving after a father and a son drowned over the weekend. Thank you, Ed. Well, levees are under siege from Missouri to Illinois. ABC's Jeremy Hubbard is in Louisville, Kentucky, where they're in an emergency situation as the state braces for record floods. The Japanese are still struggling to prevent a nuclear meltdown at the damaged Fukushima plant. And it's a case of one step forward and two steps back. Well, Kyle Dennis is with me now. You know, I can't blame anybody if they have a case of the Mondays today. Cold, chilly,
cold and rainy.
Wet.
Not a good combination of weather.
Anyways, it was Fat Tuesday yesterday, so everyone's getting a little crazy.
It is getting crazy. You know what's crazy
March
is
Madness.
those Hornets uniforms are crazy.
I kinda,
the purple and the green.
Yeah,
I kept getting confused. I'm like, wait, Chris Paul is not wearing that color there. It was confusing.
Very nice.
I like
Very
it.
Nice.
Oh, I hope he gets better. In sports news, fans of the Butler Bulldogs who plan to make the trip to the Final Four in Houston are making arrangements today, basking in the euphoria of a second straight trip to college basketball's final weekend. Now, everyone around here knows what happens on the first Saturday in May, but most of us don't take our interest in the Kentucky Derby as far as the man you're about to meet. Greg Stoudemire has more. This is an interesting story to me because you've met my mom. My mom is 4'7.5". So are we going to have to put her in a car seat now?
I don't know, but I'm not saying it.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll figure that out.
Indiana 9 News.
Education is a hot topic tonight across Indiana. Some Hoosiers upset with legislation that will affect teachers as well as vouchers for charter schools. Joe Arnold has more. I'm liking the steady climb I'm seeing.
Yeah, we go up and up a little bit towards the weekend.
You know, here in Kentuckiana, it really has been March Madness in terms of weather and also basketball. In case you didn't know, Prince William and Kate Middleton are now husband and wife. And for the billions of people watching, it was every bit of the royal fairy tale they expected it to be.
We're glad that she's all right.
Yes,
and glad that she could provide us with this entertainment.
I don't know. That looked really, really painful.
Yeah, it was. It was rough. But as I mentioned, she is okay.
That is good. Glad she's okay.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, and he uses the funniest words. Like he calls people warlocks and trolls. And of course, the whole winning slogan, which has been great during March Madness.
Yeah.
Just all you have to say is winning.
Winning.
So anyways, we're winning in this newscast. These superfruits definitely contain antioxidants that can fight disease and ultimately help you better maintain your health. But the body of research on these foods is still growing, and many nutrition claims you may hear are not FDA approved. Making healthy eating a lifestyle is no easy task. Sometimes, in order to discover our strengths and our weaknesses, we must first examine the food and spending habits of the people that fed us at a time when we couldn't feed ourselves.
Eat your vegetables. Heard that before? Well, Mom and Dad were right. Dietitian Janet Macon told me we rarely meet our daily quota. In fact, most of us are failing miserably.
We know that most Americans are falling very, very short of that goal. On average, only 6% of us as Americans are getting all of the vegetables that we should be getting in a day.
Sometimes the best way to up our vegetable intake is to tweak the way we prepare meals. And vegetables are an easy add-in.
Start with potatoes if you like French fries, but try baking your French fries. Incorporate more carrots into your diet on salads or baked into casseroles and stews and soups, things like that.
And don't be afraid to experiment a little.
I oftentimes recommend that people try one new vegetable every week, especially at the beginning of the year when some of our New Year's resolutions are health focused. Try each week that you go shopping to find one vegetable that you haven't tried before, or at least haven't tried in a long time.
And start your day with some vegetables. Throw some tomatoes or onions in an omelet. And lunch is an easy meal to botch a day of healthy eating, but it's also an easy meal to fit veggies in, even if you're on the go.
Throw in some extra frozen vegetables and just kind of vegetable fortify your soup a little bit. Or have a nice tossed salad at lunch. That's a great way to get some vegetables in.
It's hard to meet daily requirements if you wait until dinner to start eating vegetables.
You can even use a vegetable as your main entree. For instance, having a baked potato with some broccoli in it and maybe some pieces of chicken as your main entree for dinner.
Dietitians recommend 2 to 4 cups of vegetables daily. And when you walk through the produce aisle, notice the different colored vegetables. Different colors represent different nutrients that your body needs. So, aim for the sky.
And by the sky, I mean make a rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue-purple, and white. Macon says eating from every color family will give you a variety of vitamins. And that is a vegetable-friendly diet on a dime. I'm Michelle Arnold, reporting.